Good morning, students. Today we have the continuation of the earlier class for the BCom first semester Business Organization subject as a series of the video classes for the students of our college. Today we will go for the study of the different types of partnerships. Already earlier classes we have covered what is a partnership, what are the definitions of partnership, what are the features of partnership. Today we will go for learning of a small concept, namely the types of partnerships. Here these types of partnerships depend upon the way the partnership is being executed or being run by the partners of the business organization. So based upon the nature and the methodology in which the partnership firms are being organized, there are different types of partnerships. The first one is general partnership. Basically, if you observe, in India, almost all the partnership firms are general partnership firms. Almost, major extent, 99% you can say. Almost every partnership firm comes under this general partnership. So what is a general partnership firm? It is just like all those caricatures or features what we have studied in the earlier class are applied here. Here, whatever the liability of the partners in the general partnership firm is always unlimited liability. And they are even get the risk of attaching their personal belongings at the time of insolvency or at the time of losses arising due to this unlimited liability feature. Here we can also admit a minor as a partner, but the minor is only feasible to have the profits only and do not have any decision making power and not liable for the losses of the organization or liabilities of the organization. All the partners will provide capital, all the partners will have the equal profit loss sharing ratio, and every person is having the authority to take part in decision making and the running of the organization. And the decision taken by one partner is supposed to be bounded by all other partners of the business organization. So that's why it is called as general partnership or a normal partnership, and which is mostly found in India. Now let us go to the next one, limited partnership. Here what is this limited partnership? Here limited in the sense limited by liability. Limited by liability. Here there are so many partners, but out of that some of the partners will have the limited liability advantage. Means there will be some unlimited liability partnership members will be there, partners will be there. Apart from that, there are some limited liable partnership partners are also there in the firm. Here the limited liable partners are not having the power of decision making here, and they are not liable for the debts of the organization also. And there is a need of at least one partner should have the unlimited liability in this form of business organization. It must be a registered partnership firm. Here in the case of unlimited limited partnership, nature of a partnership firm, here it is must to have the registration. Otherwise it is not possible to go for limited partnership. So what are the chief characteristics of this limited partnership is? First one is there should be at least one partner which having unlimited liability. Otherwise, there is a problem on the part of the functioning or execution of the debts clearance by the firm. So one should at least have unlimited liability. Basic, the remaining should have the limited liability. And here the limited partner do not compel to take decisions and do not have an authority to control the firm's organizational activities, and he cannot even enter into major decisions which can create an impact on the organization. But he is allowed to inspect the books of accounts of the firm, that's all. Here the limited or the special partner cannot assign his share of capital to others, okay, to a general partner. And here the limited partner cannot withdraw their capital also. So apart from that, the registration is compulsory under the limited partnership form. So then what are the advantages of this first one? First one is it enables people to invest in a business without assuming unlimited risk and without devoting much time and attention to the management of the organization. It permits the mobilization of larger financial resources from other members and other institutions as well as from the investors. And it provides an opportunity to include those people who have huge experience, knowledge, skills and business expertise and make the organization flourish in a better way. And this limited partnership is more stable in comparison to that of the general partnership form. And there are some disadvantages also for this limited partnership. The first one is the limited partner is do not having any right to manage or to take decisions, and the limited partner will continue at the mercy of the general partners or the unlimited liability partners. And sometimes the unlimited liability partners will have more power due to the risk taking ability on the part of them through unlimited liability, and sometimes they can go for some fraudulent practices, coercive practices and misuse the power, and sometimes exploit the limited partners. And the credit standing on the part of the limited liability partners is less. Due to that, they cannot dictate the terms within the organization. Now coming to the question of the partnership at will. Will in the sense to the extent of the acceptance of the partners. This is what we call it as partnership at will. Means here the partnership form is continued up to a period, but which is based upon the will of the partners. Means you can say indefinite will. There is no definiteness, because when once the will is gone, the people will inform the other partners that I am not having interest to continue with you in a partnership form. Henceforth it is dissolved. The partnership deed is broken up. So henceforth this type of partnership is what we call it as partnership by will. To the extent of the continuation of the will only, the partnership firm will be in existence and will function. When once the will is over, either by one person or more than one person in the partnership firm as members of the partnership, as partners, then it will come to a closure. It will be dissoluted. It will be dissoluted automatically. Henceforth it is called as partnership at will. Here the basic point is there is uncertainty that to what extent there will be a consensusness and will exist among all the partners in the partnership firm. That is basically a question mark here. As the will goes, the partnership firm goes. Means it goes for dissolution. So that's why this type of partnership firm will be continued. And to the extent of the existence of the will of all the partners in the business organization, it will function normally just like a general partnership firm. Here the main intriguing point here is the will of the partners. To the extent of the continuation of the will or acceptance of the partners to conduct the business in a common consensus way, it will be in existence. Otherwise it will go out. It will be dissoluted. The next one is particular partnership. So it is a partnership firm which is formulated on a specific issue or with a specific objective or a goal. When once the goal is over, the firm is dissoluted. For example, there is a partnership firm which has been created with a goal to have a supremacy in some business field. And when once their name has gone out as the ultimate persons of business conducting, and then they think that there is no need for them to continue as partners in the same firm, and when once they state that our goal is achieved, we are going to dissolve it. So like that, in general occasions also, there are so many teams or groups which will be formulated on a particular goal based or objective based. When once the objective is realized, goal is achieved, automatically the team or the group is dissolved. In the similar manner, here the partners will formulate into a group and write a deed, enter into a partnership to the extent of the achievement of the goals or the targets or objectives. When once the goals, targets and objectives are achieved, then almost their work is over, then they don't have the same interest to continue in it, and they take a decision to dissolve the partnership. So this type of partnership firms are called as the particular partnership, right? So these are all some basic categories or types of partnership firms. Whatever it may be, most of the partnership firms within the India as on today is also general partnership. And recently the government has given the concept of limited liability partnership, which comes under the limited partnership. Even then there are some minute changes to that under the limited liability partnership, but almost what we have discussed under the limited partnership, they will continue to be a part and parcel of the limited liability partnership. So for you the assignment is, in this category, you have to write a notes or a material with reference to the limited liability partnership, LLP. This is a assignment for you to have the understanding of what is the nature and scope, what are the features, advantages, limitations or disadvantages of the limited liability partnership. Okay, this is what we go for the conclusion of this session. Thank you very much, and we'll meet with another concept tomorrow. So your assignment is LLP. Thank you. Bye.